There was also enormous benefit to being in Bulgaria because there's so many genuine craftsmen there. So we were able to, build all the weapons and even, the construction department. There were so many talented men and women in these departments that, and the painters and the scenics, that it really shows, I think, on camera, and to be able to have that kind of talent, was really terrific for the film.
This movie takes place in terms of real history over 2,000 years ago, but doesn't feel dated. And there's a connection that we make to characters, even like Artemisia, but also Themistocles, that resonates today. What do you think that is? What gives Artemisia a timeless quality as a female character, Themistocles a timeless quality as
Well, I think you look at Themistocles and he's just a guy who's trying to organize, chaos. He's democratic, but he's still, the democratic process is lumpy. It's not clean. In a weird way, Xerxes' political process is way easier, like he's able to just go like, war, and they're like, okay, we're going to war, I guess. Where meanwhile, like Themistocles is like, clearly we're going to get, the snot kicked out of us if we don't do something, and people are still like, well, let's just talk, maybe there's a deal or whatever it is, you just see the sort of the real frustration that everyone having a voice, though we are advocates of that, we want the side of democracy to win, you still have to portray it as not easy, it's because it's not, it's a conversation, right? So the difference between democracy being a conversation and this dictatorship being sort of a single idea, that's kind of some of the sort of contemporary ideas that are sort of put forth by the film.
But I also think that, a lot of the film is about human struggle and family and revenge and love. And I think that these things are both universal and they're timeless. And I feel like the way they're depicted in this, in this visual style with the undertones of Frank Miller and the graphic novel and the first film as a springboard, I think give it this modern quality.
Yeah, there's something interesting about the idea that the graphic novel was written. So here you have history, right? You have Herodotus, and then Frank Miller reads Herodotus, writes a graphic novel. Now he's taken this history book and turned it into like a graphic novel, which is bizarre anyway. And then I take it and turn it into a movie. And then we make another movie based on that movie. Which is
based on that graphic novel, which is based on history.
Which is a cool, then suddenly it is contemporary, right? Now it exists almost outside of the time that it depicts, because it could be on another planet, it's literally, it becomes, universal in that way.